Alright, so for the profile, we're going to be running 4 Gabumons. Obviously, on deletion, draw 2, discard 1. Very good for cycling, especially with your Cerberusmon that's going to be dying as well. Just going to be able to get drawing all those cards, discarding what you need in trash. 3 Ignite Mons. I've never seen a reason to run 4, but 3 is pretty comfortable. Not only does it pop a Digimon to pop a Digimon on your opponent's side of the board, with the same level or less, it also gains you a memory when you play a Digimon by an effect. So a cool combo that I've seen, and you gain a couple memory, is you're gonna use you're gonna Digivolve to Cerberusmon, and if you have a Werewolf mode in trash, you get Dead or Alive. You can use the effect. You're gonna play the Cerberus Werewolf. You're gonna gain the memory off using Dead or Alive. But that played a Digimon because of Ignite-mon. Then you're going to gain 9 memory by popping the Cerberusmon into 2 memory play. It just became much more valuable. You just have to time that correctly. And then if you have an analog, it's a 3 memory play. So we're going to be jumping into Gazi, who I think it's so necessary, especially against the mirror match or like any rogue decks that overall want to gain memory. Very good card. You're able to spawn it out pretty easily. Psychmon is only here for the cross matchup. It's probably one of your harder matchups because as soon as they see the Hikari, they just keep blowing it up. I only needed 1, to be honest. I've been able to cycle just 1 over and over and over, but it's a little annoying when they just have a Hikari that always just gets rid of it. You just have to go faster than they are going. They don't always have cards, the cards they need, so you just have to take your time. Try to get as much draws and discards as possible, so when you Zwart or you Lilith, you're goated. Sometimes you don't even need to have anything in trash. You can just Lilithmon, Jax Raid, win rate, and then you pass your opponent to 2, probably. It depends on how much memory they gave you. If you have a Ignite-mon, you can keep turn. If you have Ginkakumon with these sources in trash, you can keep turn. If you hit a Dead or Deathslinger off of Zwart, you can gain a memory. So, Psychmon is only one really, we only really need 1. Dark Lizard being another draw discard engine, if it gets stuck at champion. On top of that being a retaliation body, so if you play Mervamon, you're able to swing with it and clear a body, or you can swing with it at security. If it dies, you draw a discard and you just start setting it more in trash. We took out the Eismon package completely because we saw that the promote package does just so much more. In this format where if you have a Digimon that dies, the following 2 turns are going to be very rough for you, as you're already going to be behind. What I've noticed is that the best thing to do is to go into the promote package because you're going through your combo and then you're passively keeping turn with them as well. So, example being, you have no level 5s in hand, you can always Digivolve into a level 4 and then promote over and over and over for 1. It kind of makes up for the Eismon, being able to Digivolve over itself for any other level 4, including Dark Lizardmon, for 1. Because the body that you're going to be playing afterwards with Eismon is probably going to be the same amount of value in memory cost, unless you have an egg in the back. But most of the time you're promoting, you swing Eismon dies, and then that whole thing procs. But this is just a faster way of doing it. You just Digivolve in the back from Gabu to Kinkaku to Ginkaku, promote, then you Digivolve. If you have the Cerberus, you Digivolve into Cerberus. So what that basically does is make guarantees that the Cerberus is going to die, you're going to draw more cards, and then you have more pieces in trash as well. So, then we run 2 of the Kinkaku, who also gets rid of memory blockers, and the Psychmons, which are the on-play blockers. We have the Ginkakumon, who gains the memory. They work very well together as you discard, and you'll gain a memory off of Ginkakumon if you played a promote. Promote, absolutely best card in this game. I'm exaggerating, but he's one of the best cards in purple, in my opinion, because he's able to keep you turn and swing and gain you an extra memory. So let's say you Lilithmon, for example, you do the whole loop combo, you go into Zort, then you're going to mill 3, you're going to play 2 promotes. If you have 2 Ginkaku and 2 Ginkaku in trash, you put one of each under, and then you gain a memory for each. Then when you swing, you gain an extra memory. What I've noticed is that Mervamon gives you your on plays. So if you Mervamon for 8, you put the Ignite under, it becomes a 7 cost. And then if you play 2 promotes, it becomes a 5 cost. And if you swing with both promotes, it becomes a 3 cost. It's one of the things I've been able to do because Lilithmon just keep you turn and have you so much memory that this is an efficient way of getting back some of the memory you use off that play and to try to use it for something else as well. And if those promotes survive, you can always Digivolve into a Chimeramon, DNA Digivolve, and then when you swing with the Chimeramon, you discard for the Kinkakumon again, and you gain an extra 2 memory. So Mervamon is a possible 1 memory on play. If you Zwart, play 2 bodies, Zwart can be free. He can be free to plus, I believe, +4, +3. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, so promote package, I believe it's better than the ice package at the moment because you just don't want to die. You don't want to lose that value. So I just took out the ice package in general. The werewolf modes are going to be your rush combo. You're always going to pop werewolf without swinging. I mean Cerberus without swinging unless they have a memory blocker on board. Because you just want to use Kinkaku to discard. Or if you're playing against a deck that has lower DP Digimon, you just want to swing it because you know it's going to live. You just pop to play Cerberus. Basic generic plays. We're going to be using win rate, 60%. This is an older card. For the newer players, this card was the combo with Lilithmon. If you have an analog on board, all you have to do, and analog and Lilithmon on board, is you use the win rate, you discard a card that will help you in the future. And you make Zwart's cost 4 less. So it becomes a 2 cost. But Lilithmon will gain you 2 memory for using win rate. So you're going to be able to bring out Zwart for only 2 costs, and then you play out 2 bodies, and depending on the bodies that you play, you can gain memory. You can gain memory off Ignite-mon, you can gain a memory off Promote, you can gain memory from Dead or Alive, and the Cerberus combo. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to keep turning this deck, and that's why I enjoy it so much. We just want to keep turn and go as wide as possible because that's how you win against the new meta, in my opinion, for purple. So analog boys, we're going to be running them at 4. Since we don't run the Eismon package, we have to see more things in trash. This is also a safer way, and it also sets up your Cerberus to be more valuable, as when it dies, you can tap it to hatch an egg and gain a memory. That egg in the back is always going to be supporting you, while gaining the memory is always going to be helping you further keep turn. We're going to be running 3 Mervamons. Again, I can comfortably say you can play Mervamon for 7, from 8 all the way down to 1. There's a possibility for a couple other plays, but you can make her a 1 cost if you keep turn, and it also gives you value whenever you play it because she is a blocker for 7, a 12k blocker for 7, and she can play out 2 more blockers that have value, which are the Dark Lizardmons that have retaliation as well. The Lilithmons are our main combo of the deck. You just want to go into her first, make sure you can set up your plays. The Lilithmon just makes the whole deck just run so much more smoothly, and it's a lot of fun to play her. So if you guys don't know the combo, it's basically just swing Cerberus, play Cerberus Werewolf mode, swing Cerberus Werewolf mode, Digivolve into Lilith. Use Jack's Rays before you Digivolve into Lilith. Digivolve to Lilith, add the Jack's Rays back to your hand, use a Jax Raid again, or use Win Rate, Digivolve into Zwart, play 2 bodies, swing Zwart. Oh, you can't swing that Zwart, but that's more or less the combo. If you Cerberus this straight into a Lilithmon, you can swing Zwart, add Lilith back to your hand, and then be able to Digivolve over the werewolf mode that you play following, or Digivolve back up to it again. Yeah, I butchered the combo, but it's more or less you just recycle Lilithmon, you recycle Jax Raids, or combo pieces that you need just to win the game. Zwart, I ran him at 2. He's a huge issue for the Blackboard Greymon deck, because he's going to be 15k body. Usually they get up to 15k. So it's either they want to block or redirect just to lose their body, or you swing, and if they're not a Blackboard Grey X or a Gaio, you can just try to attempt to pop the regular Wargrey. The regular Black Wargrey. He's also very dangerous in the sense where he can be hit in security. Top of that, he is being able to play 2 bodies. He can come out anywhere from 6 to +4, +4 memory. So -6 memory to +4 memory. He's a very strong card in my opinion. Being able to recycle your pieces, being able to play out bodies that play rush. He's the reason why you go wide. We run 1 Def X. I've always found it very comfortable to run 1. There's just so many decks that go wide with Tamers, like Crosshearts and Crossheart, All-Fours, so you can always end up playing him for free. You can even Digivolve into him. I've done it a couple times, and it's thrown my opponent off completely because they raised their ultimate, they thought they were comfortable, and you just pop their whole board while putting that pressure of this thing going to be killing everything following. Really good card. Deathslinger for 4. 4 cost, kill a level 4. Then it becomes, with 10 in trash, a level 5. And with 20 in trash, it becomes a level 6. You get to that point so fast in this deck that it's very much value. So I definitely recommend playing Deathslinger. We don't run Deathclaws at the moment. I don't find the space, but I'm trying to minimize the cards that already are bricking and increase the amount of Digivolve so we can see our pieces while we can. Calling from Darkness, just a pop. Add 2 cards back to your hand. Very generic. 4 Jax Raid, which is always going to be proccing. It's so much fun. Hitting it in security is very much value. It's like a Hammer Spark. And then Dead or Alive, which has multiple values with the Cerberus combo. So yeah, sorry to info dump on you guys. It's just a lot of fun to play this deck. If you are able to abuse the promotes, gaining the memory off of on their on-play effect, and then when you swing with it right after, there's just so much value to keep turn that you can even just Mervamon, then the following turn, or Mervamon. If you can keep turn, or the following turn, you're able to go into Zwart and then just do even more damage. You swing the Zwart, you add the Mervamon back to your hand. There's just a lot of potential for this deck to be very fast and very pressuring. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys liked the video, and I hope you guys have a great day. And remember, we brick by nature.